So anyway, that's how I found out what BBW stood for.
Anyway,
yeah.
Wow. But yeah, man, welcome back to the Block Talk Podcast.
Episode 19.
19. It's been a minute.
It has. It's been a month.
Yeah, like a month and 2 years. It's been a while, man. But yeah, well, I'm happy to be back. Happy to get some new content out here.
Yeah, me too.
I hope y'all enjoyed the Block Talk Interactive. Hopefully we can do more of those real soon. Because we got more in the tuck. Just tell G to drop it. He out here BSing.
Yo.
He out here BSing. Tell him to drop the footage.
Yo, where was that bus I got hit by, bro? Stop it.
But no, man, what's been up, man? What's new with you?
Man, nothing, dog. I just been working this past month. And, you know, me and my girls just celebrated Sweetest Day yesterday.
How I feel to be catered to for
man, this shit is fantastic. Fantastic.
Yes.
When I thought about getting like a significant other, this is what I imagined, bro.
this is it.
But did I tell you like the moment I knew, I'm like, oh, y'all gotta get a girlfriend for real?
Nah, what was that?
I was over at my boy house, and me and him was just chilling or whatever, and he was like, yo, can you give me my boy G some water? And then she was like, yeah. And then a couple minutes later, she brought it to us. I'm like, this is crazy. Like,
it works like this?
Like, we didn't even move, and the water just came.
It just appeared.
This was crazy.
Right size cup and everything.
Man. And I'm like, I need that.
I need that in my life.
I need that. And
it's searching far and wide.
Man, and I have it and I love it. She's fantastic. Like, she took me to Roof Chris Steakhouse.
Oh,
man, I ain't never been to Roof Chris, bro. And I love steak. I got the filet mignon, bro. Okay. And I got this shrimp with some kind of sauce on it. It's like some orange sauce, but it was so good. Kind of tastes like Alfredo sauce a little bit.
Okay.
Slapped. And my girl, she got like the surf and turf. She had the steak and like the lobster or something like that. But it was fantastic. The service was good and everything, man.
Did she drive?
No.
She didn't drive? Okay.
No, heck yeah.
All right. So she didn't drive, but she took you out. She paid for everything. Did you give it up on the first night?
Dog. We went home, bro, and took a nap.
We didn't get a chance to give it up.
Yeah, we took a nap, and then we got up and we watched You. Because she been trying to watch You since it came out. She's like, oh, hurry up.
Look, man, I'm telling all fellas out there, if this is the first time your girl treated you like this, don't give up on the first night, all right?
Man, she treats me like good all the time, bro. Okay. So I gotta bust it open whenever she wants.
Bust it open.
No, whenever she wants.
That's what's up. So my lady treated me right. She took me out. Well, first we were looking for a dog, so we went to the Michigan Humane Society or whatever to adopt one. We went down there, checked out this one dog or whatever. Only problem is in Detroit, it's a bunch of like pit bull or like mixes or whatever, and because where we at, we can't really have that. So we ended up, staying there, getting some information or whatever, and then she took me to this virtual reality place that was really, really dope. She drove, she paid for everything. Yeah, I ain't give it up either. No, but yeah, she drove, she paid for everything. But yeah, it was really dope, man. Like, I had a really good time. Like I said, just being able, one rare day to be catered to was like amazing. So that's what's up.
No, it was nice.
Yeah. So, everything been happening, man. What we been missing?
A bit. One thing before you get into that, bro. I don't know if I told you. I know I told India, but you know my game, Billboards, right?
Yeah.
I think I told you about I was making it to a card game.
Yeah. Okay.
So I've been getting the card. So I had started it, but I had picked like the wrong like deck size. I had picked like a 50 card deck, and it wasn't enough.
Okay.
So I ended up having to use like 104 card deck, and I'm on like card, cause you gotta do each card individually.
Yeah.
I'm on like card 56 or something like that. So I'm just about halfway done.
Okay.
But I'm thinking about, instead of Billboards, I might call it like, if I don't call it Billboards, I might call it like Airplay or something.
I like that.
Yeah. And I asked my girl, and she said she likes Billboards better. I'm like,
I do too.
Like, do you like Billboards better because of how it sounds, or because you heard it first?
Because how it sounds.
Yeah.
How it sounds, yeah. I mean, but maybe it is that familiarity thing. Like that's what the first name you gave it, and it kind of just stuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. Airplay may have a different like connotation like after a while though. But I like billboards more. But I can understand the name change, and I'm cool with Airplay as well.
Yeah.
If y'all haven't played, like y'all gotta invite G over because it's not like it's an original game. Invite him over. Play this game. It's really fun. Like it's really dope.
We was playing it on 2K the other day when we was waiting for like a team to come in, so we just in the lobby waiting. And I'm like, yo, Don or whoever was in the lobby. I'm like, yo, like, how's your music? How's your music history? He said I'm pretty good, or something like that. So I gave him the songs, and everybody in the party had told me a different year. Cause I gave him like 5 songs, like I do it. I'm like, yo, what year? And then they all said different years, and I think only one of them was right. But it got that reaction like, oh, yeah, or whoever, you know. So
reaction you all looking for.
Yeah, got the reaction I was looking for. So I'm like, that's fire.
Yeah, you got something on your hands right there, man. You should definitely look into that. Like, definitely put that out. Yeah. Like, try to do something with that. Start a Kickstarter.
Right. Was it? But, I didn't set it, so, Facebook got it.
Yeah, unfortunately.
What do you think about that Facebook whistleblower thing?
Dog, like, okay, so I don't know much about it, and honestly, because of my fucking work day, I wasn't on Facebook anyway. I think I checked it and I saw it was messing up. I thought it was my internet. So I was like, hey, whatever. And I just went to work. I went to work, put my phone down, and I started, clocked in, and that was it. Yeah. I didn't know it was a big deal until the next day. And people were like, yeah, it was this and it was that, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, whoa, okay. So, but, enlighten me. What the fuck happened?
So, a lady who worked at Facebook had copied a whole bunch of data from her work computer, set with information showing that Facebook and Instagram are bad for young girls' mental health, and it was a big. And it was also saying something about the algorithm pushes negative content more so to the front, and what Mark Zuckerberg had came back and said was, well, the algorithm isn't necessarily pushing negative things to the front, but the way it works out is negative content creates more of a reaction from people. And then those people comment and react to it. And that's what pushes it to the front. Right. Not that it's negative, but because niggas are reacting to it.
Right. That's what, I don't know, bro. It pushes it to the front. You can't tell me shit.
So the other thing the thing that people have the biggest issue with though was how Instagram affects especially teen girls' mental health.
I'm sorry.
No, I feel like I'm with you because these people want Facebook or Instagram to raise their kids.
Right.
Get off the app. Get off the app.
Is that I'm sorry if you have been cyberbullied, I don't believe that's a term, but for this conversation, I'll use it. If you've been cyberbullied, just get off the app. You saw. Just get off the app.
Get off the app.
You can easily you literally control who sees your stuff and whose stuff you see.
Exactly.
You are a mini god with that little phone in your hand.
Yep.
And you control what people see. Yep. You control the narrative. If you don't want people to see it, no matter how many accounts they make, every time it pop up, block,
right.
block, report, spam, report. You control it. I'm sorry. You can't tell me that. Grow up, go outside, and make life happen, man. I'm sorry. I just don't believe that you can't convince me that this something you have control over can cause your own mental well-being to go down the drain. I'm sorry.
But, they're kids. And, say, even my nephew, he wants to flex, on Instagram. That's his thing. Yo, take this picture so I can flex on Instagram. Yeah. And that's what he wants to do. And I guess, when they get a whole bunch of likes, they be like, oh, look how many likes I got.
That shit don't mean nothing.
It doesn't. What's the value of it?
Nah, man. Oh, I got a term for what you just did. Spin the block. So a topic that we brought up in another episode is called spin the block when you do that.
Okay. Hey, bet.
We're going to spin the block and talk about this later on again. But yeah. But yeah, I'm sorry, man. That's just something I cannot. Even like I understand. I just don't agree with it. Mm-hmm. I understand it wholly. I just don't agree with it. That's my stance on that. I think and I'm pretty sure you can find some study that shows that it affects young boys negatively as well.
But don't nobody care about young boys.
Yeah, let's be honest. You a straight black man. Nobody care about you.
No.
Straight black man.
Yo, who see that's some nigga. That's where we need Dave Chappelle, nigga.
Oh my God, yes. The voice for the voiceless.
No, so like I said, man, I had went to that show live.
Yeah,
I had went to that one live, so I had heard all the jokes. I had heard the story and everything, and at no point did I leave feeling like he was attacking like the gay community or LGBTs or anything.
Yo, look. So honestly, I don't feel like he was. Throughout all of these specials, and if you don't know, we're talking about the closer. Throughout all these specials, the Sticks and Stones, and what was the other one?
Sticks and Stones, the closer.
And there was one more in between.
It was. I don't remember.
The one about the story with the pimp. Was
it Adequately or something? I don't remember.
Acumen? No, that's the Outkast album. Acumen. But yeah, it's that one in between there or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so, like, I didn't feel like he was attacking them. Mm-hmm. I just think he was making fun of them. And if you want to be equal, then hey, you getting these jokes.
You gotta get them.
You getting these jokes. So I don't care if you small, tall, black, white, gay, straight, whatever you are. You getting these jokes. You want to be equal opportunity. That's it. Mm-hmm. So you getting these jokes. Mm-hmm. Now at the end when he wrapped everything up, spoiler alert, he wrapped everything up talking about like I'm not addressing like I'm using them as a catalyst. But the real subject of the jokes are always white people. Mm-hmm. If you look at how they go up, they go down. First they're part of the minority, then they're part of the majority, and they use their power they use their power whenever they need to use it to benefit them.
Right.
So if it's beneficial to be gay right now, then it's beneficial. If it's beneficial to be white right now, then it's beneficial. I'm gonna do that. So like when he said that, I'm like, oh shit, like I can see the through line that you've been doing this whole time. Yeah. And it's like I said, he's definitely been the voice for the voices where people feel like, especially unfortunately if it's this way, young or black men in general get online and maybe because he say things a little more eloquently than most people, but it's like you should be able to be criticized too, like no matter who you are.
Yeah, but so they made it seem like you can say anything you want as long as you don't hurt a gay person's feelings.
Exactly.
Like
you can do anything you want to do as long as you don't hurt a gay person.
Yeah, and so I think it happened on Saturday, like last Saturday or 2 Saturdays ago. The coach for the Raiders, John Gruden.
Yeah.
So he had some emails that came out where he was
crazy.
So at first the emails about him saying some racist shit had came out on Saturday. And then, like, he went to coach the game on Sunday. Like, nobody cared. They was going to work through it or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. Then he called the one NFL player, Michael Sam, a fag.
Whoa.
And he was gone the next day.
Yep. See, that is crazy. And that's actually something else I wanted to talk about. Like, if you... So, I don't think I told you this, but I hope and pray the day... I see the day where for 4 years straight, no black person goes to the NBA or NFL. For 4 years straight, out of college. Like, no black person goes to the NBA or to the NFL. I'm hoping and praying I'll live to see the day.
You won't.
I don't think I will.
No.
I don't think my kids will.
No, well, I don't think nobody will because those are, like, the best jobs that anybody could have. Where they offer you millions of dollars.
But they don't give a shit about you. I wish.
They giving you millions of dollars. I don't give a fuck if you give a shit about me.
They don't give a shit about you.
You're giving me millions of dollars.
Like, nah. I'm sorry. I just stand on different principles.
People out here not giving a fuck about me for free. Give me $1 million, bro. Like, Ford don't give a fuck about me or my knees or my elbows, bro. All that shit hurt right now. Dog. Like, no. Give me millions of dollars and say fuck me. Like, stop.
I'm sorry. I hope to see that day where they just... Like, we already starting to see that shift of, like, a lot of young high school prospects are saying, no, I'm taking my talents to an HBCU. which is great, fine, dandy or whatever. But once you leave that HBCU and you decide to go to the NBA, NFL, whatever major sports league you decide to go to, you're still going to be under that oppressive thumb of these white racist owners. So like I want to see the day. Like I said, I don't think I will, my kids will, my kids will never see this day. I just hope that eventually this will spark that change or whatever. They just say, you know what? The top 10 NBA, top 10 college prospects, I'm not going to the NBA.
Yep, I'm gonna just sell cars.
I'm not going. Oh no, I went. I got my degree. I got my degree. I'm gonna start a business somewhere, or because even now, now they can get money for their likeness in college. So you can make money while you're in college. You can, and then you getting your full ride or whatever. You go ahead, you finish out your degree, and you go to Silicon Valley, invest in tech or whatever.
See, what I'm saying? That sounds.
Whatever.
I'm just saying that sounds so. Imagine that you playing basketball your whole life. And you get the education or whatever. They say, yeah, now that you're finished, now you can get a job. And we're going to pay, even if it's like a high-paying job, we'll pay you $150,000 a year or whatever. Like, this is your thing. You come in here, you come and sit down every day, you make $150,000 a year. Or you can keep doing what you've been doing, playing basketball, and you can get about $25 million a year. Like, no, fuck that.
Like I said, I know it's far-fetched.
It's super far-fetched.
But I would love to see the day. I would love to see the day. Just to see what happens just to see how much it cripples all these sports organizations.
But a lot of them people, though, who are going to the NBA coming from, like, impoverished situations. So they're in no position to turn that money down. Even if they are getting money for their likeness from college or whatever other league, they're not in no position to say, man,
you are in the exact position to say no.
Keep that 10 mil, bro. We gonna stay broke. No, hell no.
The problem is, like, people, what's it called? They call it the black tax, where you feel like if you're the first person to make it, then you have to reach back and take care of everybody else. But that's not totally true. Like,
no, it's not.
I pray that when I have a kid and they grow up and they get a chance to be super successful, don't give me nothing. Like, you don't have to, like, pay for your friends, for your family, for nothing. You did the work. You took care of all of this stuff or whatever to get to where you at. You do not have to pay the black tax to take care of your family. You don't. That's just what it is. You take care of yourself. Now, if you want to give me something, cool, great, I appreciate it. But at the end of the day, you don't owe anybody anything except glory to God for getting you to the place where you at, and thankful to yourself for putting in that work and getting to where you at now. That's it.
Yeah.
Whatever, nigga.
No, because I don't completely disagree. Like we had said before about the Dr. Dre thing.
Yeah.
And his daughter. Oh man.
Oh, did we talk about? We didn't talk about that on here.
We didn't?
No, we didn't talk about that.
Yo,
you made a post about it, but we never talked about it.
Man, I had one of my friends. I have this one friend on my friends list. She's like super righteous. She's like, I'm so fluid. I'm so progressive and all of these things. And if you're not this, you're a bad person. Oh, so she's one of those to the point where she thinks she's so good of a person, she's actually a bad person.
Right.
So
like Gumball and the
yeah. Yeah. And so she always be like, yeah, power to sex workers work and all this other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And then the Dr. Dre thing came about. And normally she posts stuff and I don't even reply. And the one time I replied, bro, she said something about the Dr. Dre thing. And I was like, well, you just don't, I'm like, you don't know the whole story. That's all I say. Like, you don't know the whole story.
Right.
Like, said she's 40 and he's been supporting her up to this time. And for her to be being supported by a billionaire until she's 40. And then the time in the moment he stops, you're living in your car. So that means you weren't doing, to me, I'm saying, like, as like a 40-year-old woman, you weren't doing something right.
Something's wrong here. And
then, but ain't nobody think about what she did. Like, she could have a drug problem. She could be ungrateful or whatever the thing was. And he said, you know what?
I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. And like it's something wrong with cutting your kids off if they ungrateful. Mm-hmm. So I had said that. So what I had said was, you don't know the whole story. She might be ungrateful. Like, you just don't know. Mm-hmm. And and I got jumped in her comment section. Somebody
I
had
bet.
popped up out of nowhere like,
Social
oh,
justice
like
warrior.
she's ungrateful. Oh, forgive her for not like kissing his boots or something like that.
Bitch, you should. I'm not the Drake.
No.
I'm not the Drake.
And my thing is
I'm like the Chronic, bitch.
and it's like, and see, well, I feel like we had a mentality like, oh, no matter what, because I'm your son or your daughter or whatever, you have to take care of me 100% no matter what.
That's not true.
Like, so that's what I'm saying. If they were like a billionaire, no matter what their kid does, I'm just gonna keep giving you money. Yep, I'm a drug addict. Yep, I spend it on like prostitutes and everything. You gotta keep giving me money. Keep giving me money. And if you don't do that, you're a bad parent. And I'm saying that's what they're saying. And I'm like, yo, this comment section is wild.
Yeah, at some point you are no longer your parent's child and you're an adult. Like it doesn't sound like it makes sense, but it makes sense to me. You're no longer your parent's child. You're an adult. Mm-hmm. You got to go take care of shit on your own. That's a ridiculous. Yeah, did you have a friend though?
No, I didn't.
You definitely have a friend though.
So
you don't need a contact.
I forgot what I was going to say, but it's yeah, I forgot.
But anyway, on the like the sports track or whatever, recently all this Kyrie Irving stuff came out, and so outside of I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna separate it perfectly, okay? As perfect as I can.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna separate this as perfectly as I can. All right? I am not speaking on anything basketball related with Kyrie Irving, okay? Mm-hmm. When I say all of this stuff, this is nothing to do basketball related, okay? Mm-hmm. All right. 3, 2, 1. Kyrie Irving is not making a spectacle of this whole situation. Like the media is blowing this up way bigger than it has to be. That's in my opinion. I think he's not hurting nobody. He's not hurting nobody.
But his team.
This is nothing basketball related. Again, nothing basketball related. Physically, he's not harming anybody. He's not stabbing anybody. He's not killing anybody. He's not doing anything to hurt anybody. Mm-hmm. That's number one. He's not costing anyone any money except himself. Mm-hmm. He's not hurting nobody's pockets. No team members, no doctors, no lawyers. The NBA, he's not costing anybody any money. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. 2 or 3, he has every right to say, I don't want to put that in my body. Mm-hmm. He has every right. You cannot tell people what they want to do with their body. Mm-hmm. And like you said, you only get one. Mm-hmm. So I should be able to choose what I want to do with with my body. Mm-hmm. And that's about it. Like I ain't got too much in it. It's just I personally think like if y'all just shut up about it, it goes away. And eventually he's gonna make the decision, but you know what? Unfortunately, after I did my quote unquote research, I don't think this is the best thing to do. And if you guys want to cut me. But this is what I decided to do. And on the other hand, he might be like, you know what? I did my research and I'm gonna go ahead and take the shot. But I want this specific one. If I can't get this specific one, then I'm not doing it. Like that's just what it's gonna come down to.
So I don't think anybody has an issue with what he's doing personally. It's the fact that he's on a team, his team relies on him, and he's not able to be there for the team. Every time I've heard anybody talk about it, it's always about how it affects the team.
Fuck the team.
Well, get the fuck off the team.
Fuck the team.
So
I'm off the team.
No, but
I am off the team.
Look, but the way it's set up, Brooklyn is still paying him. So he gets half of his contract. So he gets like 16 million or something for the year. Even if he don't play one game, he gets 16 million.
But that's in my contract, right?
So I'm sure it's in the contract.
That's in my contract before all this stuff happened, right?
Yeah. So I'm saying though, that's for a person who's playing though. Your contract was assuming you were playing. You're not playing. So if I was if I was Brooklyn, I would definitely trade Kyrie. I would definitely trade him because you're not playing. Why would I? For what? And then if you're like, I'm not going to play if I got to take this shot. So you gonna be on my team so you gonna be my team for a year or two, taking up my fucking cap space. You a fucking damn near max player if he not a max player. So that means I can get another max player. Like I think trading him for Ben Simmons would be perfect.
No.
Yes.
No.
Perfect.
No, I'm not talking about basketball.
But it's a basketball related thing.
No, it's not. This is a personal health thing.
This
is a personal health
nobody
thing.
Disagrees.
Everybody worry about basketball. This is a personal health
Nobody
thing.
cares about his personal health.
And that's the problem. That's the problem right there. That is the problem.
No, nobody cares about his decision in his personal health.
Nobody cares about
Nobody cares about him taking the shot or not, though.
If I guarantee, I think if this was Kevin Durant, it gets blown under the rug.
No, because he doesn't. Why?
If this was Kevin Durant, it gets blown under the rug. Only reason why it's a big deal is because Kyrie has the kind of pass he has.
Bro, it was a big idea with fucking Andrew Wiggins.
It was not a big deal
because he got the shot and got the shit over with.
It was nowhere near.
Yes, it was.
It was nowhere near.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
That's because Golden State does not need Andrew Wiggins. They would trade him for a bag of Doritos right now. They do not need this nigga.
Dog.
They do not. He is not going to make or break that team.
But it's not about.
And he does not have the kind of pass that Kyrie has. Kyrie was known for being a diva, for missing games and all this kind of stuff, taking all these personal days. If it was Kevin Durant, it wouldn't be. It blows under the rug.
It does not blow under the rug.
It does.
No, it's not, because your star player is not playing. If your star player is not playing because of a COVID shot or whatever, that shit will never go under the rug.
If it was LeBron, it goes under the rug.
No, it does not.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Oh my God, that's our poll. That's our poll, bro. Oh my God.
It goes under the rug.
No, it doesn't.
It's only this big because it's Kyrie.
I'm telling you, it's not. And I'm telling you, it's not.
Everybody is so. They so. What's it called? What's the word I'm looking for?
Like enamored.
Huh?
Enamored?
No, that too. But they're so heavily critical of everything Kyrie does, especially after this past year with him taking his mental health days and not showing up for different things or whatever. When this nigga's being an absolute fucking saint, fucking saving the world, like behind the scenes. It's like this is the only reason why it's such a big deal. Like I said, to me, I could be wrong, but I think if it was Kevin Durant, it gets blown under the rug.
Yeah, you're wrong.
If it was LeBron, it gets blown under the rug. Maybe not LeBron. Like LeBron's a big deal.
Bro, I'm saying in what situation does the star player not playing get blown under the rug?
Not playing. Their choice of why
they don't. I'm saying the choice isn't what matters.
And then he said, "I will play all the away games. Any away game that allows me to play without being vaccinated, I'll play." And then they said, "No, if you go play, either you playing all of them or you playing none of them." He's like, "Okay, fuck it.
Yeah,
fuck it. I gave y'all. I'm willing to play in other places, and and expose myself to the motherfuckers that's not vaccinated or that are vaccinated because viral shedding is a thing. Like it's
bro, like 98% of the league is vaccinated.
Okay, that's fine. Them 98%, I'll go around them. If they protect it, if it works, then that's fine. They protect it. It works for them. I'll play on the away games, and then when I'm at home, Patty Mills, you playing, or you starting. That's it. Like I'm just taking it off. I'm not looking at like I know team. Yes, it's a team sport. It affects his particular play because, like you said, he's a max player. I'm gonna always argue with top 5 point guard in the league right now. He is a major hit to the team, but at the end of the day, sometimes you gotta say fuck the team. If Kevin Durant wouldn't have came back so fast and Golden State to play after his first Achilles, he would have been way better, way healthier this past season. Mm-hmm. Like you gotta say fuck the team when it's your personal health at stake. Because at the end of the day, when you're done playing this game, yeah, we gonna remember you, but it's on to the next person. It's next man up.
So
at the end of the day, fuck that.
So look, if Kyrie was to say, you know what, for the next 2 years, I'm just gonna retire, it would instantly not be an issue. Nobody would care anymore.
They would care.
No, they would not.
They would care.
No, they would not.
They would care.
No, they would not. No, they would not.
Because if Brooklyn goes back to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose again, they're gonna say it's Kyrie's fault.
Okay, but
no, so they still go.
No, but I'm saying, but they're not gonna care about Kyrie's decision because
they are gonna care about his decision. They're gonna say
your
decision to not get vaccinated and not play in these games the reason why they lost, and whether that's true or false.
But if a nigga is retired, it don't matter. If a nigga
do matter.
If a nigga niggas retire every year.
It do matter because you're still at a great playing space in your life. You have way more game. You have more years to play in this game. You decided to retire for the next 2 years. Yeah. So they're gonna look at that like you could have played.
I don't think so. Cause he's retired. He ain't on nobody's team. What they gonna do? Fine him?
They could look at it like you could have played.
How you can't say that to a nigga who quit. Bobby, that's like you quitting. Bro, that's like you quitting. Nigga, mister, I need to quit, bro. That's like that's like you saying like, that's like, yo, but Bobby was here, man. We could have had this bitch staffed. Nigga, you quit. You don't care about the building, right?
Yeah, I don't care. But the people around me are going to be like, you know what? Yeah, Bobby did this job really good. He could have took care of that. He could have did that. He could have did that. But guess what? Bobby quit, and now we're in a situation. And then they're going to be like, okay, well, fuck it. Next man up. Start hiring people.
Yeah.
So, but at the end of the day, for that first year, maybe even 2, they're going to say, Brooklyn would have won if Kyrie was playing. Brooklyn would have won if Kyrie wouldn't have retired. So Brooklyn would have won if Kyrie didn't.
So I'm asking you. So what is your issue with? Is it with people? Is it with the media? Is it with the teams?
My issue is with the media. I feel like the media is blowing this up way bigger than it has to be. This is this man's personal decision. Let that be his personal decision.
So how often do you listen to these? How often do you listen to these articles?
Well, you can't listen to articles.
I mean, how often do you listen to these segments?
I've been following it pretty closely because I'm one of the people that's just not getting vaccinated. That's just me.
Yeah.
So I've been following it pretty closely, and just seeing how they're handling his whole situation. So I mean, like maybe once a day before I get up and get ready to go to work or whatever. Whatever if it's new and depending on who's talking about it, bless you.
Thank you.
If it's new and depending on who's talking about it, then I'll listen to it or whatever. Cause I don't try to listen to the same person over and over again. Like I heard Skip and Shayna talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't like their takes. I heard Stephen A. Smith talk about it. Didn't like his take. I heard Gilbert Arenas and somebody else talking about it. Didn't like the
whose take did you like?
Like nobody, because everybody's talking about how he affected the team playing basketball.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking about this man's personal health decision.
It's a sports show, Bobby.
We put in money. We put in money in sports over human life. And that's all. I'm looking for somebody to say that. Why are we worried about his life and his choice?
But from everybody I've heard, they've always said if he doesn't want to take the shot, that's absolutely fine. That's his decision to make. Everybody has said that. But just know that it's affecting the team.
Fuck the team.
Okay, well, like I said, if I'm Brooklyn, I'm trading Kyrie. But the thing is, nobody else in the league is gonna want him. Nobody else in the league wants him. I would dead ass trade Kyrie for Ben Simmons, bro. And I think both teams get better because of it.
They said they wanted according to articles and media or whatever, they wanted to, but KD said no. They wanted to trade him for them. They wanted to trade Ben Simmons for Kyrie, but they said no, and I totally agree.
That nigga fucking
I totally bro. I think personally I think Brooklyn gets a little bit worse, but I think
Brooklyn gets worse.
I think Brooklyn gets worse.
How? Ben Simmons is a ball handler and a defender. He one of the best defenders in the league, and Kyrie don't play none.
That's.
Not none, but he don't.
No, niggas be boasting.
But he don't play. But he don't play defense. Like Ben Simmons is always in first team.
He's 6'11". You better be. Yeah. You big ass. You better be. You better be. No excuse. You better be. No. But I'm not trying to hear that. But I definitely think Kyrie with Philadelphia gets 10 times better.
I think both teams get better, and I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. They're not mutually exclusive. Both things can be true. I don't know, because now you're taking the ball out of James Harden's hands, who's going to be starting. You're taking the ball out of his hands way more than you have to if you put Ben Simmons in Brooklyn. If Ben Simmons go to Brooklyn, he'll power forward.
Okay. But I ain't got nothing to say about I don't care about how it affects the team, because that's just me. You want me to put my health at risk for y'all who gonna replace me like that when the next draft pick comes around? Fuck y'all. No. Look how easily you say you can replace him. Trade him for Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
And no. Y'all want me to put my health and potentially my life on the line for this shot that I don't understand.
So I mean
that I don't understand.
So my whole thing is
my
whole thing is if you don't want to play, you don't get paid. See that would be me,
and that
would be me. I guarantee in the next CBA that they do, because of how James Harden acted, because of how Ben Simmons acted, because of how Kyrie doing, them niggas gonna be fucked next CBA.
I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, if it's guaranteed money, then that's different. If it's in my contract, it's guaranteed money. Give me my fucking money. But until then, until y'all, like you said, until they change it to the next CBA come around. Cause
I think this is Kyrie's last year on his contract.
Yeah, he had an extension. He had an extension offer for like $196 million.
Yeah, and he didn't sign it.
Yeah, he didn't take it.
So I'm saying, nigga, as a team, I have to make the trade. I have to trade you, like, because if there is no guarantee that you're gonna be here next year, and even if you are here next year, you're not probably gonna play because of the thing. What the fuck do I need you on my team for? Like, I trade, nigga. At this point, I would trade, nigga. Give me fucking Patty Mills, nigga. Like, give me somebody who can actually play.
And now, in hindsight, the Patty Mills pickup is becoming way more valuable than it was when they first got him.
It is.
When they first got him, I'm like, okay, cool, really good pickup or whatever. But now, in hindsight, like I said, it's next man up. Kyrie don't want to do it. Okay, cool, next man up. Patty Mills, put your ass in the game.
Yeah, shit.
And when you're that easily replaceable, I'm not putting myself on the line like that. I'm sorry. And but we having the same thing at my job where people, this guy been there 13 years and he passed his 10-point mark or whatever for his like attendance or whatnot. And they sat him down and they was like, yo, we supposed to have been fired you, but we needed you or whatever because we've been short staffed. But now that we're getting the staffing back up or whatever, we're offering you this agreement. You cannot miss work for the next, if you have perfect attendance for the next 6 months, then we'll keep you. But if you miss a day within that 6-month probation, we let you go. Mm-hmm. And he was like, no, fuck that. And they let him go. Mm-hmm. And I personally, I agree with him. Like, yo, like I wouldn't have signed that shit either, but I wouldn't have just walked out like that. Nigga, I got 13 fucking years here. Mm-hmm. I got 13 years here, and like I've made this place way more money during this fucking pandemic. Like y'all needed me, but now that y'all don't need me, I'm gone. Like, nah, I'm going out with a fight. Fuck y'all.
But in every job, you're replaceable. That's why they hire people.
Fuck that. I'm going out with a fight. After this pandemic and the way y'all been treating us around this bitch, I'm going out with a fight.
Like what's like with a fight? Like you taking the seatbelts, nigga? Like, I
don't No, I mean, because I'm like, as much as I don't really, I don't really care for our union or whatever, or I don't really care for most unions in general.
Bro, yeah, y'all unions sound trash. I'm sorry.
It is. It's very trash. It's very trash. But
say that so regular. Like, oh yeah, you ain't know.
Like, yeah, it is. But yeah, I don't really agree with unions in general, but I would have used them. Like, yo, like, y'all got to come in and get my job back. Period. Get my job back, or you got to do something.
But the unions, one thing where their hands are tied is attendance. Like, it's a nigga at my job.
But so if that's the case, then why didn't you fire me back when I hit my 10 points? I hit my 10 points 7 months ago. Mm-hmm. But y'all was low staff, so y'all kept me. Yeah. But now that y'all getting the staff back up, like, no, you can't treat me like that. You can't do that to me. That's no.
But the thing is, like, we just did.
No, you thought you did. You thought,
motherfucker. So like I said, I was at work that one time when I was a supervisor, and we had to fire an old girl. We let her work the whole day before we fired her.
Yeah, they always do that. They always let you work your entire day before they let you go. That happened to me one time. Yeah, I saw it coming because I knew I only get 6 points. Okay, this is my number 7. All right, bet. So I worked my day, and I saw them showing the new hiree his station or whatever, which was my station. I was okay, cool. And she called me in the office. I'm sorry. I was like, okay, it's cool. Don't worry about it. Like, yeah. I'm good. Trust me, I'm good. So, like, she did. I know she didn't want to let me go, but I was like, look, I didn't like this anyway. Thank you,
bro. I've never worked at a job with points. I probably would like that better.
Good for you.
So I know when I can just not be here.
Right.
Because like I said, at the bank and shit, we ain't have it. At Ford, we don't really got it.
Well, it's really
at Ford, we don't got points.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
You get AWOLs, like days, like absence without leaves.
Oh.
But they don't tell you how many you need before you get on like some type of restrictions or program. Because I'm fully hired in now, so now I can start getting some AWOLs.
Right.
But I'm just not an absent nigga.
Yeah.
Like I said, my whole time at AMC, I missed like 2 days.
Yeah, see that, but that's like I was that way until I started playing the point game like everybody else. Like,
so yeah, if we had points, then that'd be different. Like I said, if AMC had points, when I was in my like heyday working there, bro, I would definitely use them.
Yeah.
Cause like I think my girl is a point finesser. I think at one of her jobs, it's like if you anywhere between like 10 minutes and like 4 hours late, you get a point. So she would show up like if she was gonna be 10 minutes late, she would show up like 3 hours and 55 minutes later.
Yeah.
Like shit. Like I would too. I would too.
I mean, you lose the money, but the same point. See, in our case though, that's only half a point. Mm-hmm. So if you call in late, no matter how late you come in, it's half a point. Mm-hmm. So like that's what people do. If they call in late and we hear it, yeah, they won't be here till lunch. And some people come ahead of time, you know, some people come right, you know, within they 20, 30 minutes or whatever they said they was. Mm-hmm. But most people just like, yeah, I take the L. It's the same half point. It's the same half point. So whatever. But yeah, did you have anything? Well, you kind of said something for the Kyrie stuff, but anything you want to tack on there? I'm done.
Yeah, trade Kyrie.
All right.
That's about it for that one.
That's about it.
Yeah. Shit, you been checking out Squid Game?
I have not finished it, so in my true fashion, I was on this before everybody else was.
And now that people are on it, he ain't watched none of it.
No, but see, this is the thing. Like I had already heard how the show kind of go, and I was like, okay, I can kind of get a gist about how it's going to end. Mm-hmm. But from what I'm being told, is like not what I'm expecting, so I kind of got to get back to it. Mm-hmm. But I had watched an episode before I went to work, and like I watched it or whatever, but I wasn't really that deep into it. But my girl, she loved it, and she went ahead and finished it out.
You know, she loved that Korean, Japanese culture shit, though. Yeah.
So that was right up her alley. But she finished it out. She thoroughly enjoyed it. She keep telling me to finish it. And I might. How you feel about it?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I liked it. It seems like it could be another season or something coming up. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to it.
Did you hear about the sellout of Vans and like everything going?
I did.
Like that?
I did.
That shit crazy.
That is crazy.
That shit crazy. We were talking about this in the car yesterday because I was telling my girl about a potential investment I want to try to get into. Mm-hmm. I'll tell you about it off mic. Uh-huh. But potential investment I want to get into, and she was like, you know, that sounds pretty good or whatever, and she brought up the whole Vans thing because it's Squid Game, mm-hmm. and she was saying how like you have to be a very to invest in something like that, you really have to be early on something like that. You gotta really have a intuitive eye, because you gotta be like watching everything, like, you know, like what kind of shoes they wear in this show. Oh, this show getting really popular. Let me go ahead and invest in that shoe real quick, like, mm-hmm. and just see what happens from there. Mm-hmm.
So when you say invest, do you mean like stock market invest?
Yeah, stock market. Yeah.
Okay.
Like just to see, you know, what's gonna happen, because if it's really getting this kind of praise and this kind of buzz, then it's gonna blow up, and you know the market price might go up. So let's go ahead and throw a little bit of cash in there and see what happens. Mm-hmm. And so yeah, and we were just talking about that, just how, and I was saying like in my head I was thinking more of it being a more opportunist eye, not really like intuitive or whatever. Because to me, that's the only kind of person that's gonna look for something like that. Mm-hmm. Like that'll point out, like, you know what, that's a Vans shoe, and right now the price on the Vans is only this much, and let me go ahead and invest in this because it's gonna blow up somewhere. Mm-hmm. Like that's just how my eye is. Because honestly, with this one I'm looking at now, like that's where I'm kind of standing at. Like I'm like, I just want to put a little bit in, mm-hmm. and you know, make enough to quit my job. That's all I want. I don't want $1 million.
This nigga said,
I just want enough to quit my job.
Think about you. Bro, I feel like that's how all your sentences end, bro. like with quit my job.
That's it, man. That's it. I just want enough to quit my job. Like, and I was actually on the verge of quitting my job like a couple weeks ago. Like,
again, nigga.
Yeah, no, like this was it. Like this was it. I text two of the managers, and I talked to one of the supervisors, but like, so it was during our 7-day work period or whatever, and so what happened is, this beginning of the year, at my job they can force you to work. So like, let's say if you go around with overtime, right, and let's say first shift needs first shift needs 5 operators because 5 people call off or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So they go around with the volunteer list. Hey, you want overtime? First shift, whatever. And let's say you only get 4 people that say yeah, I'll take it. Mm-hmm. For that 5th spot, they gotta start from lowest seniority to highest seniority and force people to work. Like, yo, you gotta force you to work. If you don't come in, then you're gonna get either a point or possibly progressive discipline or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. So for a long time, team leads have been excluded out of that force list or whatever. Mm-hmm. But let's say a team lead called off, then the team lead would have to go in for that other team lead. Mm-hmm. But recently, because they've been short staffed, beginning of the year, they looked at the union book and was like, well, technically, like this has been us giving team leads, this kind of favor or whatever. Fuck that favor. Like, team leads can be forced to work like regular operators, and their reasoning to me made sense. Mm-hmm. The reasoning is, if y'all can volunteer if y'all can volunteer for overtime and still get y'all team lead pay, then we can force y'all to work as operators. Mm-hmm. If y'all can volunteer to be an operator and still get your team lead pay, then we can force you to be an operator and you still get the team lead pay. Mm-hmm. So it made sense, but I still think it's unfair because it's like, yo, I'm a team lead. I shouldn't have to be forced to do an operator's job. Mm-hmm. Like, what's the point of me going up, to a team lead position? But anyway, so they took away that whole favor or whatever. So now you can't force a team lead to come in and cover another team lead. You just got to get operators and call it a day. Mm. So the new supervisor who came in for third shift, he's like, yeah, our team lead is going on vacation. I need you to come in. And I was like, I'm not coming in. And he was like, but I ain't got no team lead. So I tried to explain to him, like, this is what's going on. Right? So he was like, all right, I'll check with somebody else then. Right. I was like, all right, you don't have to believe me. So I walk away. I go tell his manager, like, yo, you was here when they did all this stuff, right? He's like, yeah, I remember that. I don't agree with it or whatever. But, I'll go ahead and I'll explain it to him. So, okay, cool. So the day comes up where the team lead is on vacation. Mm-hmm. And then, like, it's been a bad night, like, all night. Like, so we got to keep what we call the buffer at above a 160 to 180. This particular night, it was at like a 70. Mm. So it was bad, right? Mm. So
that means people fucking up somewhere.
No, it was just like, it was either machines could be fucking up, mm-hmm. or, it could be anything wrong mm-hmm. to stop the buffer. Like, mm-hmm. it could be, like, some machines going on. It could be people fucking up. It could just be a number of things. But this particular night, like I said, it was like a 70. So he sent out an email and was like, hey, guys, I'm running late. I'll be in a little late. Bobby and Austin, can you get the team started? So this is my night already, like, to work. And third shift was coming in, but this was his team lead's vacation night. Yeah. So I checked the email. I looked at the email. He CC'd the assistant manager, HR, all 3 production managers, and the supervisor that was there covering for my shift. Uh-huh. And he CC'd everybody. Uh-huh. So I'm like, dog, like, you really just named me. Like, me and my cousin works, he's the team lead on the other line, uh-huh. which, like, works alongside me. Uh-huh. So he named me and my cousin to get your team started, because you know your team lead not going to be here, and you not coming in because it's a 70 buffer. Uh-huh. Fuck you. And my shift is over at 10 o'clock. Uh-huh. I clocked out at 9:59. My shift is over at 10 o'clock, and I clocked out at 9:59. I was like, I'm going home. I'm not doing this. And I text the managers. I text everybody, yo, like, this is totally unfair. Like, I'm never working with him again. Da, 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 da. Like, if this is how I'm going to get fired, I'm going to get fired or whatever. Because I'm never working with him again. Yeah. So one of the managers, like, talked me off the cliff or whatever, like,
off the ledge.
Yeah, I was on it. I was hanging about pink. Like, I was ready. You can ask my girl. Oh man, I was like, yeah, this is it. I came home, I talked to her, like, yo, I'm gonna get fired. Because I'm never staying over. Because I don't like going in early for first shift. Mm-hmm. Because I just don't like the people on that shift. They don't like me. Mm. And then, like, with this, what he did with the last job, like, no, I'm never working over again. So, like, the money was good, don't get me wrong, but now I'm okay with my little check or whatever. And I'm gonna get fired because my points gonna add up for not staying over. I'm gonna get written up a couple times, and they gonna fire me, whatever. And like I said, that manager didn't come talk to me. That was it. I would not have a job today. Yeah. I would not have a job.
No, they do everything to stop you from leaving them.
Dog, I promise you, it's one guy at that job. Every time he put his 2 weeks notice in, they ask him, "What do you want?" Or what can we give you? Like sometimes they don't even ask him what he want. They just be like, "Hey, we gave you an office in the corner over here, your own little office or whatever. We changed your job title and gave you some more money." Yeah. Like they don't even ask him what he want. Like he got that paid by the boss.
How long he been there?
Not long, but he's very valuable. Like they know he's way more qualified for the position he's in now. Even like the new management, they made up a job and gave it to him. Like, see, they made up a job.
They did Joe Budden shit.
Pretty much. Like he got that paid by the boss, and it's like I want to be in that position, but I also don't want to work. So that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, I say you want to do it for yourself, dog. Get it your own way.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting shit your own way in small business, what you think about that Cash App shit?
Oh man, so for before we just started, like you corrected what I thought was wrong with it, but I still think it's bullshit. If y'all haven't heard, if you do any business transactions through Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, Venmo, or any other like money transferring thing or whatever, if it's over $600 a year, the feds will be sending you a 1099 to file that money. That little $600 you just made, you gotta file it you gotta file taxes on that shit. Excuse me. So yeah, I totally think it's 100% bullshit. Like you worried about my little $600, but you're not worried about the billions that Amazon don't pay and taxes every fucking year. So, but again, like I said, that's the president y'all voted for. So.
But man, it's all one big. I don't know if conspiracy is a term, but it's just the way that the system is structured. The system has always been structured to help the bigger businesses be big.
And you know how easily you can change the system?
Apparently, it's super hard because ain't nobody did it.
No, nobody wants to do it. Nobody wants to do it because if I can cut you a check behind the scenes and you tell me, "Hey, don't pass this bill," it doesn't get passed. Like, but you
see the thing. I have zero like political like experience at all. Like I hate politics. Oh my god, I hate it. But one thing I think could be the thing why they don't pay as much taxes or any in some cases is like they'll be like the government be like, "Yo, I need you to create some jobs to make me look good so I can say I created all these jobs." So they'll go to Amazon and be like, "Yo, over the fulfillment center over here, we'll give you some cuts or whatever." So that'll create like 2,000 jobs, and I can say, "Oh, I created 2,000 jobs."
Fuck all of that.
That sounds like some shit. That sounds like some political shit that they would do. And
yeah. I'm guaranteed that's exactly what happened with a couple politicians nowadays. I just don't fuck with it. I don't like the idea that like you worried about $600 and you're not worried about the billions. The billions. Like honestly, Trump could have paid off his wall if he would have taxed these motherfuckers.
For sure.
If he would have taxed them, he could have paid off his wall.
No, he could do a lot.
Yeah, if you just tax tax Walmart, tax Amazon, tax all these major tech companies, like, and man, whatever. But yeah, I don't fuck with it. I think it's just another way to divide the wealth gap between the rich and the poor and totally eliminate the middle class.
So, and I don't know if it's completely like a government thing as more of it is an individual business thing. Because when I do stuff with like what's the shit? Like with StockX, if you like when I sell shoes, like if you sell over I wanna say it's like $5,000 in shoes, they would send you a 1099. If you would the music shit I do. I streaming you hardly make any money, but I had like $400 in there. So they're like, okay, to get this $400 out, you gotta 1099 it, or we go take 30% or whatever. I mean, you go take $120, like right. Fuck. So I don't think it's so much a government thing as it is the individual businesses being pressed by the government.
So it's a government thing,
but it's like
it's a government thing.
I guess.
Look at the root. It's a government thing. The government is like, yo, they making a little bit of money over there. No, give us that. I want some of that. I want some of that. I want some of that. Where you could have been eating if you would have taxed them.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't have to tax me if you would just tax them.
But let's tax the homie. I don't.
Well, fuck that. And that's the problem. Big business is in bed with politicians. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Because both people get what they want that way.
Mm-hmm.
So the people, like I said, people in the government, when they get them kickbacks from them companies, they like, nigga, yeah, give me another one. I need more of that. Mm-hmm. Like, what's the point of your power if you don't abuse it?
Yeah. I don't totally agree with that, but all right.
No, I don't agree with it either at all. I don't agree with it at all. But the way that they act, nigga, that's not like what they go by.
That's exactly what it is. That's exactly what. Like, did you see the episode of Simpsons where Marge ran for mayor, and they somebody gave her like a new fur coat and to let them dump toxic waste.
Oh
into the river or whatever.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Like,
yeah.
That's exactly what the fuck this shit is, man. And like I said, that is y'all president, the one y'all voted for. You know, let this go through. But I think that's the major reason why Bernie Sanders would never like he probably would be dead by the time he can run for the president next time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the reason why he'll never, because his whole thing is tax the rich, tax the rich, tax the rich.
Mm-hmm.
But you will never like he'll never get into office because of that.
But you know, even if it was somebody else with like that kind of like principle, I still think they would have a hard time just because of the way that the house and the shit is like set up.
Yeah, but if you got somebody, it's a difference between having somebody actively pushing it and getting on your nerves and versus somebody who don't push it and don't get on your nerves. Like, at least, because if you may get to the point where, let's say Bernie's in there and he's actively pushing it, keep saying it, keep bringing up data, keep bringing up facts. And then eventually when the next, House people, whatever, all the people come in, they go like, damn, you know what? Bernie was right. Let's go ahead and start doing this shit. Where you got somebody who don't say this shit, then it's never in nobody's psyche to even think about it.
But those individual people are persuaded by like lobbyists and other things too, though, to make them say like, no, we shouldn't do this because some people who are backing me don't like this. So I gotta support whatever their agenda is.
They care more about that than American people. That's all.
Not the facts.
But other than that, man, that's how I feel about it. So if y'all y'all know I advocate for small black businesses. Speaking of which, if y'all want some ad placement, holla at us, inbox us. But yeah, if y'all use Cash App or whatever, I suggest don't use it no more. If you have a way to set up like legit through other means of like accepting money through your website or whatever, unless you can afford to take that to file your taxes, all that stuff or whatever. I know some people don't make enough money to even file taxes, which is like me. I don't make enough money for that shit. So again, just being your P's and Q's, man. Keep your eye out, keep your ears out, keep your ears open for anything that's gonna affect your money. Keep your ear out for that. All right.
Thanks, bro. So for the end of it, I got a fun fact.
All right, man.
So again, I'm on Disney.
Oh, we on their ass.
So it's about how they started Disney World.
Okay.
So Disney was around already, and they were talking about creating like an amusement park, and they was like, okay, no, let's do Florida. It's a bunch of land in Florida. I don't remember the year, but it says a bunch of land in Florida. And the thing was, they didn't want to use it. They didn't want to buy it as Disney because if the people they were buying the land from saw it was from Disney, we're like, oh, they got pockets.
Right, hit them.
So we go, yeah. So we go hit them. So what Disney did was they created a whole bunch of fake like shell companies, and they bought the land from in 10 different companies, and and all the land happened to be connected from 10 different companies, and then a school owned part of the land, so where they could like at any point they wanted, they could dig in that land. So if it was a building on it, house on it, whatever, they could move it, dig through it.
Wow.
So Disney bought the rights of that from like the nearby school, and after they had bought the rights and they used all 10 companies to buy the land, then they created Disney World, and it like shook like Florida. So and actually, like Disney has its own government down there.
Wow.
So like everybody who like runs for like mayor and like different things like that, they're all Disney people. So they got their own fire department, they got their own medical, everything.
That's crazy. Hey, look, man, you gotta do what you gotta do, yo.
Man, Disney don't be giving a fuck, dog. Disney a fucking powerhouse. They a monopoly.
Y'all think that little mouse cute, man? He a mafia lord.
Dog, I'm telling you, I think if they did like a Space Jam version, Disney version of Space Jam, that'd be lit.
Oh my god.
Dog, imagine like Hercules, bro. Like you got Hercules, Darth Vader, nigga Iron Man, nigga on the same squad, balling, nigga.
That's way too many IPs under one roof.
Nigga, I'm sorry. They can do Disney versus Warner Brothers. Fuck it.
They don't want that smoke.
Who don't want the smoke?
Disney.
Warner Brothers don't want that smoke.
Nah, Disney don't want that smoke.
Man, they gonna have Hannah Montana as like the lyric lead cheerleader and shit, bro. That shit be wild.
That's funny.
No, you got anything to add before we go today, dog?
Yeah, I got a little bit. Another building block I haven't in a while, but I'm actually gonna spin the block on this one and use the same one I used a couple episodes ago. A wise woman once said, "Take chances, make mistakes, get messy."
Mm-hmm. It's Frizzle.
It's Frizzle.
I remember it.
That's it. That's all I got, man.
So this was episode 19. So episode 20 is gonna be the live pod.
Live pod, man. Live pod.
The live pod gonna be lit. 'Cause I got some good ideas.
All right, bet. We can run those through.
Yeah.
You want to take ads on this next one? Like, run ads on the live or whatever.
We can talk about it for sure.
Yeah, let's see. We'll put it out. Maybe we'll think about it. But other than that, I ain't got nothing else, man. I'm out of here.
I'm out of here too, dog.
Peace.
Peace.